I'ma be honest, I had zero intentions on making this video, but if being completely honest with y'all, this episode was too far not to. I mean, we had Jinwoo Daddy come back with the milk and whooping S rank's ass. Jinwoo that's what the hell and fought some devils. Like, how can I not make a video about it? Alright, so the episode starts with Jinwoo dealing with some low-level scrubs with Jinho, and this is Jinho's first time seeing Jinwoo's shadow army, so he's shook and I can't blame him. He ain't seen his homeboy in about a week or two, and this dude got another power up. Like, if I was Jinho, I'd seriously be considering on whether or not Jinwoo was a Super Saiyan. We skip a scene into this crash ship where these guys just got their ass whooped. They got fucked up so bad that they deadass thought bro was Jesus. Like, that's a holy level ass whooping. But the dude sets them straight and says that he's a hunter that was trapped in a gate 10 years ago, and he finally reappeared in America. So everyone there is speaking English and they don't understand Korean, so they get an S-rank translator to question him. And turns out that the translator is none other than the menace, Dong-Soo, who's been ore farming too these last few episodes. This episode is pretty laid back, which I like because we're constantly thrown into some of the most insane situations and ore farming fights, so it's nice to have a switch of pace and just watch Jinwoo and Jinho become brothers. We even got some fan service for the first time in a while, and oh, my Shayla. This scene added absolutely nothing to the story. I don't even know why they added it, but to be honest, thank God they did, because y'all don't even know what I would do to get an opportunity to swim in some snow. If you know me, you know I'd never turn down an opportunity to see a fine shit on screen. Also, before continuing, please sub up. I don't gain much subs if I don't say so, so please help me hit 1,000 subs. I am sounding a little desperate. Let's just act like that segment never happened. So we move on to Jinwoo telling his sister that he's about to go on a trip. Little does she know, he's about to go on a trip to hell itself just to get his get back. Y'all probably don't remember this, but the biggest aura loss from Jinwoo has probably ever had in his career was his fight with Kerbeus, where he lost a good amount of aura, so he's pulling right back up to the gate in order to get his get back and become the #1 aura farmer of all time. This system decides to give Jinwoo a quest of defeating 10,000 demons to get one of the items required to make the elixir, cause let's not forget that Jinwoo is only doing all of this to save his mother from that disease. Being in hell is low-key good for Jinwoo, because it's sort of like his hyperbolic time chamber. He's gonna level up mad high in this place, because this place got over 100 floors, kinda like that one building from Hunter x Hunter. Jinwoo is easily clapping the lower levels, leveling up, gaining aura, the usual. He's whipping them so bad that he isn't even bringing out his shadow army. He's really solo leveling. But he came into some trouble along the way as he ran to a fat ogre boss with an army of his own. So Jinwoo was like, "Aye, if you wanna try to jump me, we gon' make this a war." He tells his men, "Take the lower guys. The big guy is all mine." Little did he know, the big guy was all about that smoke and nearly speed blitzed Egress before Jinwoo sent his fat ass flying away into the atmosphere. He's not trying to take that level of disrespect from Jinwoo though, and starts clobbering up Jinwoo at max speed, and even Jinwoo was having a good bit of trouble because he's so damn fast. And let me tell you guys something, no one will ever be scarier than a fast, fat man. That is a rare type of person, but there's nothing more terrifying than that. Like, you can't name one horror movie villain that is more terrifying than a fast, fat man. But Jinwoo sweeps up dust and gets that shit done relatively easily, and I'm impressed because I know that he's like 3 times stronger than the last time he was here, but that shit was like a little too easy for a Red Demon's boss, if you know what I mean. And yeah, Jinwoo was most definitely S-ranked by the end of this episode. He got a little bit above floor 50, I think, by the end of the episode, and him and his army are just speed blitzing all these bosses. Like, this poor skeleton boss was having a completely normal life till Jinwoo just pulled up on him and made his day worse. Just look at that look on his face. Skeletons can't show emotions or expressions, but I can still see the fear in his eyes. That's when Jinwoo takes his departure of the screen for this week, and we got on to my favorite part of the episode, cause Jinwoo's daddy is low-key tough, and he's dead as a menace too. I'm not gonna bore you with yapping about the lore, cause chances are, if you're watching this video, that you've already watched the solo leveling episode. But Dongzu comes in and is pressing Mr. Milkman with questions. I'm not gonna lie, bro probably thinks life is all fun and games because he hasn't been there for a good 10 years. Like bro's not even caught up to the newest brain rot. Bro is still having that good life cause since 2020, life has not hit the same. You also know that Jinwoo's dad is a menace because back at the gate, Dongsu aura was going up, but Il-hung is completely modding and harvesting Dongsu's aura right now. Anyways, whilst Dongsu is reading his records, he realizes that he's the dad of Jinwoo himself, which gets him pressed off rip, which then leads him to start preparing to box him, and Jinwoo's daddy is having none of that, so he goes after it. The fight barely lasts any time because he gets completely slapped, off screen even, with little to no effort by the Milk Menace. And I would expect nothing less than the dad of Mr. Aura Farmer himself, because he must have gotten that behavior from somewhere. They must be the best tag team of Aura Farmers of all time now, because you're telling me that this family got 2 S ranks that just be acting nonchalant and aura farming like they're elite. That's basically how the episode ends and leaves me wanting more. But you know, I can't complain. This was the best episode of the season and I felt the budget go up as soon as it started, so that's good enough for me. But yeah, in conclusion, I'ma be reminiscing about that Chae-in scene at night.